Pure mayhem in Columbia, Missouri, all weekend long for this regional. The 7th-ranked Missouri Tigers and the Omaha Mavericks. It is do or die. The regional final, winner take all. Kramer down in the 9-hole, one of just 2 hits in game 1. Lindsay Tucker, Maggie O'Brien at the top of the order, trying to set the tone here against Lauren Krings. The second time they have seen her today. Could not solve the problem in the first look at her. What are you thinking as an offense right now against Lauren Krings? How do you adjust?
Yeah, I think Lauren Krings is just having a weekend. She's determined and she's really just executing her pitches well. The senior has good command of the zone, but the most important thing, if you're Omaha, is that she is pounding the zone. So with that, though, we don't want to be too aggressive on pitches that we can't hit hard early.
Trying to be a little more patient here. 2-1 count. Tucker jumps out. Krings threw 236 pitches in her first 3 starts. This is number 4 in a row for Missouri, and that's what it will take for the Tigers to move on to Supers, where they will host next weekend the winner out of the Durham Regional, which Duke is hosting.
Yeah, oh, Missouri trying to turn the tables. Only 3.5% of teams in regionals that start with a first round loss have advanced over the last several years. So they are trying to turn the tides here, turn the percentages in their favor, and to be one of those 3.5% of teams.
They're in the right place to do it with the crowd behind them, and they have just played such a better brand of softball since that first game. This is popped up, shallow right field. Langer comes onto it, and there's 1 out. Partner, we're underway. Game 7 here. This is it. We're sending somebody to Supers.
Here we go. We've had some really good games here at the Columbia Regional all weekend long.
Omaha proved after that win over Missouri that it was not an accident. They went back and beat Washington yesterday. They got the long break to make it to the regional final that began at 2 Eastern today, and they would have loved to do it in 3, but it's going to take an extra one if Mike Hurd and company want to continue this historic season.
Yeah, they have a big challenge, especially after the game 1 loss, to reset their mind. The mental game is going to be so important here for Omaha to not only figure out their offensive strategy to bounce back from the emotional highs and lows of the game, but to also figure out Lauren Krings.
They've bounced back after emotional wins, but now you have to do it after an emotional loss. And when you were so close, they did it en route to their 2nd straight Summit League tournament title. They did not lose a conference series this year. There's some good teams in the Summit League. Kansas City was really competitive this year. South Dakota State, who they had to beat in that championship. You see Cameron Meyer, their superstar pitcher. She will not start this game. 1-2, that's fouled away. How big would it be for this Omaha offense to get off to a good start? I mean, you're going with Sydney Nuismer, who's had a great season. She stepped up in big moments. Have to think that Cameron Meyer is not far off as far as entering this game at some point. That fouled off O'Brien. That didn't feel good.
Yeah, as tough as it is to bounce back mentally after those emotional losses and have that short-term memory in the game of softball, it's going to be important for Omaha to start their offense hot. If their offense can spark, they can bring back Cameron Meyer later in the game, but the offense is really what's going to win this game today.
It's a good eye from Maggie O'Brien. They could really use her and Tucker to get things rolling at the top of the order. Two-two pitch coming from Krings. And got her on the outside.
Oh, wow.
Looked like a similar spot.
That looked a little bit wide. I I think it caught Maggie O'Brien a little bit off guard here.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think that's a little wide, but nonetheless, it's called strike 3. That's part of the game.
Fourth strikeout for Krings today, first in this game, and she retires the first 2. Out straight back here, Sydney Thomason, a solo home run off Sierra Harrison in the first meeting between these two. A 3-1 win in 9 innings for the Mavericks. Thomason, a California native, struggled at the plate entering the weekend, but had a really nice season with power, 15 doubles, 7 home runs, heading into the regional. A lot of softball being played across the country right now as teams start to book their ticket to Super Regionals, one step closer to the Women's College World Series. Duke leading South Carolina in the top of the 4th in the Durham Regional.
Tennessee leading UVA, Virginia in the top of the 4th.
UVA had some really good performances in that regional,
Yeah.
but I think for the Vols, it's nice.
Yes.
The bats have come alive too, along with that great pitching.
Yeah, Carlin Pickens and Peyton Gottschall for Tennessee, 2 big aces for them that led them to the Women's College World Series last year. Obviously, I'm a big fan of them as an alum.
You had your moments for Tennessee, just a few of them.
Yeah, just a few. Just a few. We had a good time there.
So many great teams there. Talked about the history of Washington in our regional, and Missouri's had so many great teams over the years. Omaha has done it as a Division II program. They were elite, and they had an AIAW World Series they won back in the 70s. There it is, Krings back-to-back backwards Ks. Lauren Krings off to another great start for the Missouri Tigers. Is painting corners right now.
Yeah.
In the Summit League tournament, a complete game shutout in an elimination game to beat Kansas City and help them get to this point.
Yeah, Sydney Nuismer, she's been the number 2 of this staff, supporting Cameron Meyer very well. She has a 2.7 ERA. She does throw a great drop ball and a very floaty changeup. It's just gonna float in there.
Hope to fool these Missouri hitters. It's strike 1 to Jenna Laird, the Capital One starting lineup for Missouri. 3 seniors at the top, then the freshman Abby Hay. The biggest swing, though, of the weekend for Missouri came from Alex Honnold. It was not a walk-off because they were the visiting team, but a 2-run home run to put them in front. Laird flares this into left field, just the start they wanted.
Yeah, Jenna Laird has come up clutch for Missouri since the loss on Friday night, getting hotter as she goes. Able to take this outside pitch from Nuismer and just drop it into shallow left field for a leadoff single.
And now Honnold. Nuismer, the first start in this regional. Her first appearance was last game, recorded 1 out and gave up 1 hit. Cameron Meyer has been an absolute workhorse. She looks on right now. What is the strategy here for Mike Hurd? What are you looking for from Nuismer, and what's going through the mind of Cameron Meyer?
Well, I think Mike Hurd had to start Sydney Nuismer to try to slow down the Missouri offense. They were starting to roll off Cameron Meyer. Give another look, change the momentum, and hope that his offense can get going after multiple looks off Lauren Krings. If the offense can manage to score a few runs, I think that we will see Cameron Meyer come back into this game.
2-0 catches the outside corner, strike 1 to Honnold. Nuismer has a great defense behind her to try and help with this Missouri lineup that is starting to really heat up as the regional has gone on. Texas A&M, they've booked their spot in Supers, beating Texas State. Honnold rips it, stabbed it, shortstop dropped, but a chance to get the force at second. Solid out number one there for Omaha.
Good opportunity for Maggie Bryan. She does make the jump. Hits off her glove, but heads up play to still secure the lead out for Omaha. Not much Jenna Laird at first base can do right there. It's just one of those plays in the game that you just get stuck in the middle.
Every out big right now for Omaha. Maddie Gallagher now at the plate. One of a few New Yorkers on this Missouri roster. Larissa Anderson, an assistant coach at Hofstra. 17 years at Hofstra, 13 as an assistant coach, 4 as head coach before taking the Missouri job in 2019. 2-0 pitch, hit hard up the middle, chance for two, the flip over, and they do roll it! Big time from Omaha as Nuismer hangs a 0 on the board in the first.
Great double play by Omaha's defense. They continue to produce the toss to Lindsay Tucker and the throw over to Maggie O'Brien. Omaha gets a chance to figure out Lauren Krings next.
On to the Super Regionals. Missouri, if they win, it would be 4 straight in response to an opening round loss to this Omaha team. Omaha dealing with the most adversity they have faced this weekend after the loss in the 7th inning to Missouri earlier today. It's fouled. Oh my goodness. At the dugout for Omaha. Everybody's okay over there.
Yeah, doesn't look like it got anyone. Phew.
Chance to thank our crew here in Columbia. Todd Koulis, our producer, our director, Johnny Hanna, AD Demo Betts, AP Sarah Cassabry, Sam Flory, our stats man, keeping us updated in the booth, along with Pat Fitzgerald on official stats and a lot of other outstanding people working on this crew. Especially the folks out in the sun all day long. Appreciate everything y'all have done, and Lauren Krings is on it right now. 3 straight strikeouts for the senior pitcher.
Good start for Lauren Krings. 3 strikeouts, going with the curveball back to back for the big swing and miss. Strikeout number 3. Lauren Krings, she does throw multiple of different pitches. Although her changeup is very good, she does have a nice rise ball, a backdoor curve. She throws a regular curveball, a little bit of a drop ball. And she's been able to mix those pitches differently in each start, depending on one a little bit more than the other in each game. So far in this final, we're seeing a little bit more of the curve and backdoor curve, where in the other games we've seen her rise ball a little bit more or her changeup.
What is it about that, just getting into the groove of being able to mix pitches? I mean, it seems like an obvious concept, but sometimes it's just not working. Is it just a matter of she has multiple pitches that are working for her right now, or?
Most pitchers have a really strong go-to pitch and then maybe 1 or 2 other supporting pitches.
Nice job by Gallagher to call it off over there, and there's 2 outs. Helps when a couple of those supporting pitches are working as well as your go-to.
Exactly, and when you have those good supporting pitches, you can throw them a little bit more. Think about the order the pitches are thrown. Not so much which pitch she's always going to strike out, but the order in the pairing of the 2 pitches. So can Lauren Krings pair her backdoor curve and her curveball together? Can she pair her backdoor curve and her rise out a little bit more? So those pairings help her create different looks for each time the Omaha hitter sees Lauren Krings. It feels like a different pitcher or a different at-bat.
This is Ava Rongish, 2-run home run to beat Missouri in the first matchup with them on Friday night. Swings through that pitch awkwardly. It's a 1-1 count. Rongish just a sophomore. Omaha will lose some key pieces off of this team, but Also have a lot of talent to continue to build around, and Mike Hurd happy with what returns.
Nice rise ball there by Lauren Krings. Up and out.
1-2. Longish behind it, but it is foul.
With a backdoor curve. It's fouled away.
Krings will try again, has retired the first 5, has struck out 3 of the last 4. And this is high. Krings checks her armband, 2-2 pitch. Got her! Off speed to get Rongish. Strikeout number 4, her 13th of the weekend. Bottom of the second here in Columbia, 0-0. Another close game. We have had so many of them. Have not had a game yet that's been decided by more than 4. As Abby Hay, the hometown kid, the freshman, went to Rockbridge High School, steps to the plate to lead things off for the Missouri Tigers in the second inning. There is Dad, camera ready. Get the shirt ready.
Yep.
It's a little sticky out here.
Standing in the lucky spot. He's there for every single one of Abby's at-bats.
Some superstition. He was in the building for a loss earlier, and so Mom, who golfed here, Amy and Abby, decided you're banned. You have to be outside of the stadium.
Get back to your spot. You know, everyone thinks players are the superstitious ones, but, you know, I think parents have quite a few superstitions themselves.
Especially parents who played a Division I sport. As that hits the inside corner, it's a 1-1 count.
Absolutely.
She's got a bright future, doesn't she? She played baseball until she was a sophomore in high school, and you know, we were talking about it. She's hit 4 home runs this year. You kind of get the feeling she keeps working. Larissa Anderson stays with her. She's going to have a 15-20 home run season. Grounds out this time. It's a big out for Nuismer. But Omaha's future being bright, but Missouri's got a lot of young talent as well.
They both lose quite a few seniors. Missouri has 5 seniors on the team. Omaha, 8 seniors.
The portal is always an option, but one thing Larissa Anderson said, she said, look, we've not been in there much, and she's proud of that. She said she will go if she has to, but it's not something they've done a lot of. This is hitting to right center field. Over goes Kramer, and the sure-gloved center fielder makes the catch for out number 2. That's 5 outs in just 13 pitches for Sydney Nuismer.
Yeah, Mara Kramer with another long run. She's been doing a great job out there for Omaha in center field.
First pitch coming to Stefania Abrascato. She's retired Hay and Crenshaw this inning in fair territory. Caught on the run by Rongish. 14 pitches, 6 outs for Sydney Nuismer. What a start for her.
And a first pitch swing by J.L. Johnson. Fouled straight back. When a hitter fouls the ball straight back, we often think that their timing is good. That's just a near miss.
Swings through that, and that time takes something off. And
yeah, such a good call by Coach Larissa Anderson there. She knows when the ball's fouled straight back that hitter is on time. So what better opportunity than to throw a changeup next pitch and to disrupt the hitter's timing.
0-2, runs it outside. J.L. Johnson, one of those seniors trying to keep her career alive. Lettered in softball, basketball, and track and field all 4 years at Fairbury High School. Swings through it. Strikeout number 5 for Krings.
The back-to-back changeups and then the rise inside. changing speeds, separating zones. Another big and swing and miss from Omaha.
Look at those numbers right there. 18 innings, just 2 earned runs and 10 strikeouts. Hard hit left side, first hit of the game for Omaha. It comes from Olivia Aiden, the third baseman, and she's fired up. Jumped on that first pitch.
Yeah, Olivia Aiden jumped on the first pitch. Just what Omaha offense needs. They've got to get going. Hard ground ball in the 5-6 hole.
Now to Mara Kramer with a runner on and just 1 out.
That was Omaha's 4th hitter that swung at the first pitch. Make that the 5th hitter here with Mara Kramer on the first pitch swing.
No mistake either on that, right? That is a message to the team that we want to be aggressive early.
Yeah, we want to be aggressive. We want to first pitch over the white, right? We want to take a good swing on it. Coach Anderson calling pitches has done a good job for Krings in the last 2 days, managing those first pitch swings against her with the changeup. That has helped keep Lauren Krings' pitch count down, which has allowed her to have these 4 starts.
We see that swing right there, fouled straight back. You mentioned it a second ago. You know they're on time. Let's see, maybe an off-speed pitch here. That's what they did a couple batters ago. 0-2, and gets her swinging. Strikeout number 6 for Krings.
The changeup again from Lauren Krings. Any time, any count, not afraid to use it.
275 pitches in 3+ games now for Lauren Krings over the last 30 hours. It's in there for strike 1 to the leadoff hitter, Lindsay Tucker. .341 average on the season. She's got good pop as well with 5 home runs and 33 RBIs. Hits this one to the left side. Another base hit for Omaha here in this 3rd inning. At the very least, a good sign for them versus what they did in the first game against Krings.
Lindsay Tucker doing a good job. Rise ball in that outside corner. Doesn't miss this pitch and making her susceptible to the changeup like the hitter before her. Able to pass the bat along with a single into left field.
Now Maggie O'Brien swings through that first pitch to fall behind.
There's the changeup again, trying to keep these hitters off balance to disrupt their timing. After multiple at-bats against Lauren Krings, they know this changeup is going to be crucial to set up or finish at-bats.
In the dirt, nice job by Crenshaw behind the plate. You talked about it earlier when you were pitching. You didn't throw the changeup a lot, but it needed to be a big pitch. It needed to pop some eyes in the dugout, so everybody made sure they saw that you would throw it.
Yeah, I like to call it a statement pitch, just so people know that I'm willing to throw it. Something that is a called strike 3, a called strike 1 early in the game, first inning, when a lot of the hitters are watching, trying to get their timing off of the pitcher.
Two-one, fouled back. Count now even at 2-2. This is such a staff approach from Missouri and such defined roles. Krings and Sierra Harrison, the true starters. Not a ton of relief appearances between them, but that is Sierra Harrison out in the bullpen warming up right now. She's only made 3 relief appearances all season long. 22, excuse me.
Yeah, she's been the day 2 starter for Missouri during SEC play. She started game 1 versus Omaha. And besides the solo home run,
get the reaction there from Krings. No intentions of coming out of this game. That's number 7, Monica.
the 7th strikeout for Lauren Krings with the rise ball. She does it with the changeup, and she does it with the rise again. Big time. Yeah, the Omaha players, the Omaha seniors mentioned that regional gave them a lot of confidence coming into Columbia this weekend, knowing what to expect, knowing what it took to get to the regional final.
How much of that first experience, whether it's a regional, a super, the Women's College World Series, the Olympics, is not just what's on the field, but kind of the extra stuff that's going on off the field, the travel, the practices, all that?
I think the experience is everything, especially when it's the first time for a group. It creates the drive, right? The drive in post and off season, the drive in preseason, the drive in regular season to get back there. You know what it feels like, and you know what it takes. And when you know what it takes, you're willing to have the better focus and intention in those little things in practice all year long. That sets up really good habits for players, really good routines, which therefore creates confidence.
Popped up on the infield. And Nuismer retires the first batter here in the third. Don't forget, regionals wrapping up today for softball. The SEC baseball tournament starts Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. Eastern on SEC Network and on the ESPN app from the Hoover Met in Hoover, Alabama. So we get baseball postseason underway. We get super regionals next week for softball. The SEC Baseball Championship will be next Sunday on ESPN2. Bunt laid down, fielded over at third base. Nice play on the run by Olivia Aiden, and they get Daly and Langer quickly. 2 outs. Monica, Sydney Nuismer has retired 8 batters now in 19 pitches. This is a huge start for Omaha.
Yeah, this is a good job by Sydney Nuismer. She's supported Cameron Meyer all year long for most of her career, in fact. But she does a good job. She does have 8 complete games. She has some big wins. She uses her defense well. And one thing about Sydney Nuismer and the Omaha staff is she's very much the opposite of Cameron Meyer. She doesn't throw as fast. Her better pitches are drop balls and changeups. Cameron Meyer's are two-seam fastballs and rise balls. So there's a big variation in the style of pitching that the Missouri hitters are facing.
They're looking on, hoping to see 3 scoreless from Sydney Nuismer. Both in their final collegiate season. Slapped left side, taken care of by O'Brien. And how about that? Nuismer, 1, 2, 3, back-to-back innings. She has faced the minimum, and it's the heart of their order coming up next. 3, 4, 5 for Mike Hurd, who we will hear from. Mike Hurd, coach, you go with Sydney Nuismer in this one. What have you seen from her, and what was the plan coming into this game?
Yeah, I don't know that we had a plan other than to start Sid and see how it goes. Sid's won a lot of games for us this year, so we got a lot of confidence in her too.
Hey, Coach, emotional wins this weekend for Omaha, an emotional loss last game. What was the message to the team in between games?
You know what, it's just, it's you know what, we talk a lot about it being a journey, and sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't, and the journey just kind of starts back over. So it's a process, and it's start a new one, right?
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah,
good luck.
Yep. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
I like how he talked about it's a journey. It's so true. You know, Omaha put themselves in a position to extend their journey by winning those first 2 games. They gave themselves a little bit of breathing room, and it is a long journey. We talk about it in softball a lot. You know, it's a marathon, not a sprint. They play over 40 games in a season. A lot of them are long and intense with extra innings. So being able to manage not only the motions of the highs and lows, but understand the process of resetting on that journey to the regional championship.
He had to go get his bucket hat after he did our interview, get it back on out at third base.
Yeah, give him a little shade cover. Looking good over there, Coach Hurd, with the bucket hat.
So you joked with him about it in the break, and he said, yeah, I don't have much protection up top to stay away from the sun. We are getting some cloud cover right now. There's a nice little breeze headed out the right field wall.
Look at that. We're finding a couple other bucket hats. It's a favorite here.
Hey!
Hey, even a cameraman.
Folks running cameras this week have had absolutely everything. Braving the elements, especially yesterday in our 3-game day. Today we get 2, and we are excited to have this decisive Game 7 of the regional this weekend. As Krings misses up and away, and she's behind 3-0 here to start the 4th.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a changeup here from Lauren Krings. It has been a pitch that she can go to for a strike when other things aren't working.
It does catch the bottom of the zone. Sydney Thomason at the plate, struck out looking. A second of back-to-back strikeouts looking in the first inning, along with Maggie O'Brien. 3-1 as Krings tries to battle back. Off the handle, this is headed toward Gallagher, 1 out. Falls behind 3-0, gets that strike, and then on a 3-1 pitch, gets a lazy pop-up.
Number 2, the designated player, Alex Olson.
There's been a calmness about Missouri, too, throughout the day, even though their backs were against the wall. As much as we talked about Omaha never wavering, Missouri just never saw that nervousness about them.
Yeah, they definitely have had a calmness, have a little bit more focus today. Nice rise ball by Lauren Krings. A little bit more focused, a little bit more determined. Not so much nervous energy that we saw on day 1.
One away for Larissa Anderson and company. 1-1 pitch from Krings is in the dirt, ball 2. We talked so much about Laird and Honnold coming through at the top of that order for Missouri. But there was a major at bat with 1 out and 1 on by the freshman Madison Walker. Stepped up, got a base hit, and she ended up being the go-ahead run on the 2-run home run that gave Missouri the lead.
Yeah.
Krings takes care of it.
Yeah, the most impressive thing about that at bat by Madison Walker is that she was the pinch hitter in that situation. A very difficult role. She's not the first pinch hitter that comes off the bench. She's in that number 2 pinch hitter role, but being able to come through for a big hit to pass the bat along.
The NCAA Women's College World Series begins Thursday, May 30th, and the 23rd straight year every game is on ESPN. The championship finals begin June 5th. That is not far, just over 2 weeks away, and get all the information at ncaa.com.
Hey, time flies when you're having fun. Time flies when you're at the softball field.
I mean, seriously, you think about it, that 2 weeks from now, one of these teams could be in Oklahoma City. It's popped up into shallow right field. Langer runs onto it. 1-2-3 for Lauren Krings. Another 0 on the board. The Missouri Bats back to the plate in the bottom of the 4th for Larissa Anderson, who we will talk to. By their head coach, Larissa Anderson. Coach, emotional, dramatic, late win for you guys. Alex Honnold delivers in the biggest way. How do you take that emotion and kind of transfer it into this game without letting yourself stay too high off that one?
You know, we flushed it right away. I mean, we had to win that game in order to be able to play right now, but we got to win every single pitch, and we're just a little early and out in front, and we got to have a little bit more quality at bats moving forward.
Coach, you talked about being a little early against Sydney Nuismer. What is the message to your offense on making that adjustment?
See it deeper in the zone. We're hitting it at full extension, so we got to see a little bit deeper and get ourselves ready a little bit later.
Thanks for the time all weekend, Coach.
Thanks for being here, MIZ.
Larissa Anderson, great perspective on her team. And in some ways, this weekend is a microcosm of the transition they made from last year to this year. They start out slow, they lose to Omaha, and then just completely flip a switch. Last year, something was off. They fixed it this year. It's been a completely different season.
Yeah, the Missouri seniors even talked about that. Last year, they felt they had some, I don't know, some mix of personalities, that they had some issues that just didn't get resolved in postseason. They were disconnected, and it showed up in postseason play. And even as a senior, the coaching staff, they felt like they could be better too. So having that loss, that disappointing season, made them hungry to get back to this regional final this year.
Sarah Marino, the longest tenured assistant coach in her 6th season, coached at Hofstra with Anderson. And Jeff Cottrell in his 2nd year, the hitting coach. They also brought in Molly Jacobson-McCarger, who spent the last 2 years at Texas to be a part of this staff. Sarah Marino, longtime trusted advisor of Larissa Anderson, to the shortstop. Tough play on the run, and they get Laird for out number 1. 8 straight retired for Sydney Nuismer.
Really good play here by Maggie O'Brien. She charges this ball, goes glove only, the transfer, and the throw on the run to get Jenna Laird.
Just 26 pitches. 10 outs recorded for Sydney Nuismer. Here's Alex Honnold, can change it with one swing of the bat. Big cut though at the first pitch down the left field line. Rongish takes control. This is an unbelievable from Nuismer as far as efficiency goes.
Yeah, just pitched 27 for Sydney Nuismer. The Missouri offense being very aggressive.
9.585 pitch counts by inning right now. Maddie Gallagher trying to break out here for the Tigers as she takes strike 1 on the outside corner. Nuismer just feels like she's getting better and better too. A lot of confidence out there in the circle right now against this SEC lineup. Got Gallagher to ground into a double play to end the 1st inning. She gave up a leadoff single to Jenna Laird right out of the gates.
Again, just her efficiency. Also throwing low in the zone with that drop ball and fastball, in her changeup, keeping the Missouri hitters off balance a little bit more. We talked about it before. Missouri's been focused on Cameron Meyer, but Sydney Nuismer, she's complete opposite of her. She throws bottom half of the zone, lots of changeup, but look at this pitch here from Sydney Nuismer. Outside corner, continues to tail out on that 2-seam fastball. Keeping her Omaha team in the game.
Missouri's never seen Nuismer.
Yeah, it's that new pitcher effect.
1-2, just a touch outside. She's working with a veteran catcher behind the plate, another senior in Sydney Ross, who calls all the pitches for Omaha. Have to think she has been a big part of this.
Yeah, Sydney Ross very invested in her pitchers.
Line shot caught by J.L. Johnson. Sydney Nuismer spinning a gem right now against the Tigers. All zeros through 4 innings. Here's what Rongish has done. Has just 2 hits, but they've both been game-winning hits.
Yeah, definitely stepping up in the moment. But now leading off the inning, trying to find a way to spark this Omaha offense and get a couple base runners against Lauren Krings.
She's 0 for 2 today with 2 walks. Struck out swinging in the second inning against Krings. 5 home runs on the season. She's driven in 33. 1-0 pitch, swinging and bloops this into left field. That's a leadoff base hit for Ava Rongish.
It doesn't have to look pretty. She's had the pretty hits. She had the home run. She had the drive up the middle, but this one off the handle, a little bit of a jam job, just blooped into shallow left field for a single.
Sets up J.L. Johnson. 1 on, nobody out. I've seen Omaha play a ton of small ball this weekend. Johnson takes a big cut there, fouls it straight back.
I feel like you're reading my mind here. I was just thinking, you know, is this the time that we start to see a sacrifice bunt? Not being able to do too much off of Lauren Krings. It might be time to figure out a way to move the runner. You don't have to bunt to do that, but you can.
There it is, right on cue. Perfect sacrifice bunt to move Rongish into scoring position.
I think that's a really good coaching decision over there by Mike Hurd to be able to drop that bunt down from J.L. Johnson. Second pitch of the at-bat. Back to the pitcher, one of the best places to bunt the ball to advance the runner. This is their first runner, or second runner to second base.
And the first one was Olivia Aiden, who is now at the plate. Singled her first time up, watches that off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. Base hit into the outfield, and you would imagine Rongish is going home.
Yeah, this is a you-gotta-try situation.
And the shallow right hangs up too long, though, and Langer is able to make the play for the second out. Last hope for Omaha here in the 5th is Mara Kramer. Krings trying to put up a 5th 0 against this Mavericks offense. Kramer scored the lone run in the first meeting today. Watches the first pitch up and away for ball 1. Swinging, fouls it back on the roof of the stadium. The last time the 4th seed started 2-0 in a regional was 2012. That team was Hofstra. They ended up going 3-0, advanced to the Supers, and lost a game away from the Women's College World Series. Larissa Anderson, the head coach from Missouri, was an assistant coach at that time for Bill Edwards at Hofstra. She's been on the other side of this and hoping to not be the giant that gets slayed by Omaha.
There has been times during this mayhem of softball that the SEC Giants have been slayed. Even JMU with Odyssey Alexander was able to do that here at Missouri.
And they came in super regionals. A handful of those teams that did start 2-0 did advance to supers. Upstairs, full count here from Krings to Mara Kramer. Crowd getting into it, trying to give Lauren Krings a little extra. 3-2. Outside, ball 4. And now the runner in a rundown between second and third, and she's tagged out. And a costly mistake for Omaha because the top of the order was coming to the plate with 2 runners on.
I think just a little bit of a miscue. And Missouri able to get the out.
Next weekend against the winner of the Durham Regional. See if It's the Duke Blue Devils making the trip as Abby Hay leads things off. She's 5 for 14 this weekend, a double, a home run, and has driven in 4.
She's having a really good weekend. She's a big part of why Missouri won yesterday, got red hot on Saturday.
She had the leadoff solo home run in the second, and then Laird came up in the third and did the same thing.
Yeah, versus Washington last night. Her bat's been a little quiet today so far. Has a nice backdoor curve from Sydney Nuismer.
One-two pitch coming from Nuismer. Off speed, Hay does a nice job to stay with that. Sydney Nuismer has been the biggest fan for Cameron Meyer all weekend long. We saw her in the dugout with kind of the bow down to Meyer when they were first playing Missouri.
Yeah, this pitching staff is close. They've played a lot of games together. They've grown up through this program together.
2-2.
And I think they both respect each other in the things that they are good at. Like mentioned previously, they're very different style of pitchers. Both can be extremely effective.
Great compliment for each other too throughout this season. Off speed, got her up in the zone there. Like she took something off at least.
Yeah, that's a big K for Sydney Nuismer of Abby Hay. Just her second strikeout of the game, but here she goes, hides the ball well, that changeup up. And she's fired up.
Absolutely on fire in the circle right now, and it's only taken 38 pitches. She has retired 12 straight. She's faced the minimum. Had that leadoff single of Laird. Then Honnold got on the fielder's choice. Maddie Gallagher grounded into a double play in the first inning, and then nothing since then. 0-1 misses down low to Julia Crenshaw.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job with her curveball and fastballs on the low part of the zone. Bottom half of the zone, that is where she's being successful, plus mixing in the changeup to keep these Missouri hitters off balance and unsure of themselves.
Crenshaw 1 for 3, 2 RBIs in game 1 today, and that pitch also misses. 2-1. Caught every pitch in the Columbia Regional for the Missouri Tigers this weekend. Game number 5 for Mizzou. Ripped foul.
Helps even up the count.
Georgia down a run to Liberty in the top of the 7th. The winner goes to Supers. What an upset that would be in Athens. Two-two. Fouled out of play. Four combined hits, just one for Missouri in the game, and it was the first batter, Jenna Laird. Ground ball left side. O'Brien to first, 2 outs. Let's take a look. A couple more added to the list. Florida Gators and your Tennessee Vols on their way to Supers. Some blue blood programs in there. Stephanie Abrascato watches the first pitch from Nuismer in the dirt, and Nuismer kind of laughing that one off. I think it slipped a little bit. Abrascato, Laird, and Gallagher, all from New York. They got the chance to make the trip back up there to play at Hofstra this season, where Boris Anderson used to be the assistant coach and head coach. Got to see some family. Some family got to see them play, more importantly.
Yeah, that's got to be a special trip to go back and play in front of your home crowd, the people that you grew up playing against, all your family, the ones that have followed you throughout your collegiate career, and the ones that got you to college. I'm sure many old coaches, many old teammates showed up for all the players from the New York area. Jenna Laird mentioned she had over 30 people on her pass list showing up to see her play. She said walking out on the field that day, she just had absolute chills knowing there were so many people there supporting her and that have supported her through her career.
Hoping that career continues. Abrascato, the freshman, would love to help out as that gets called on the outside part of the plate again. 3 straight pitches in a very, very similar spot out there. Now Abrascato has to protect. 2 for 13 this weekend. 2-2 pitch from Nuismer. Softly hit left side. O'Brien on the run. Money defensively. Sydney Nuismer continues to spin it for Omaha. Great host. Tell you who really stays busy is the grounds team out here, the field crew. Their head groundskeeper, Jerry Cummings, and his team have done an outstanding job. So many quick turnarounds. You get about 25, 30 minutes in between games, and this place looks great.
Yeah, they've done a great job keeping the playing surface top notch for these athletes.
Now back here. Top of the order for Omaha right here with Lindsay Tucker leading things off. And remember how that last inning ended. It was a walk from Kramer to potentially set them up first and second with 2 outs, and Tucker coming to the plate, who had a base hitter last trip up, but Rongish got caught stealing between second and third. Get the top of your order to lead off the inning, but you had base runners that you would have loved Lindsay Tucker to get a chance for, and instead, Krings takes care of it. Strikeout number 8.
Krings just doing a phenomenal job with the changeup, mixing speeds well, keeping her in the game. I know Coach Larissa Anderson is probably thinking about how Lauren Krings is feeling. It's her 4th start of the day. She's normally just a starter, but Krings continues to throw well, and that changeup is helping her stay in the game, eliminate some of her pitch count.
We talked a lot about Nuismer's pitch count on the other side, but Krings only at 75 so far. That misses outside. She's had 14 first pitch strikes to 20 batters faced. She has struck out Maggie O'Brien twice. 311 total pitches for Lauren Krings over the last day and a half. And diving attempt in right by Langer, just beyond her reach. I would have got this place fired up.
Good effort by Langer out in right field. It's a long run, but the ball does hang out up there. Just slightly missed. The dive just probably slightly late. Good effort by Langer out in right. As a pitcher, you love to see that. Even if it's a foul ball, making the effort trying to help you get another out, which Lauren Krings does, looking her 9th strikeout of the game.
The 3rd time she's gotten O'Brien.
Lauren Krings on the outside corner.
18 total strikeouts for Krings this weekend. Now Sydney Thomason. Outside corner, strike 1.
Oh, curveball there by Lauren Krings. Good job by Julia Crenshaw, working for her pitcher back there. Trying to make good catches, pop the glove, even frame a little bit in subtle movements.
Almost like Krings had a second wind coming out of the dugout that last inning. She is really firing it in there.
Yeah, Krings wants this.
She's got Thomason down 0-2, looking for strikeout number 10. Krings, foul ball down the right field line. Baylor beating Louisiana right now in the bottom of the 6th. Winner advances to Supers. Another 0-2 pitch on the way from Lauren Krings. Popped up. Will it stay in play? It will. Caught behind the plate by Crenshaw. 3 with Arkansas. Kara Daly to lead things off, and I thought that might just be you, Monica, on that foul ball.
Yeah, I would have caught it.
Okay, I like it.
I was ready.
What do you call the pitcher fielder practice? What do you call it? Analyst?
GFP,
Practice?
AFP, analyst
there you go.
fielding practice, or announcer fielding practice.
There you go. Hard ground ball, scooped up at shortstop. Abby O'Brien has been lights out behind Nuismer.
Right fielder number 99, Kaylee
3 straight outs. On the ground to the shortstop.
Nuismer's been able to induce 9 ground balls from the Missouri hitters so far. 6 fly balls and just 2 strikeouts. Using her defense really well.
She's the inside corner. She's retired 15 straight. She has faced the minimum. This is the 8-hole Kaylee Langer, who grounded out to the 3rd baseman last time up. Oh-1 from Nuismer. Off the handle, shallow left field. O'Brien going back and makes the over-the-shoulder grab. 2 outs within just 53 pitches.
Maggie O'Brien, she's been busy over there at shortstop. 4 ground balls, 1 fly ball.
left fielder number 8, Claire DeHaven.
Sydney Nuismer, just 1 hit right now, 1 strikeout, but she's retired 16 straight batters, and she's doing that with the curveball. She's doing that with the changeup. And she's doing that with a 2-seam drop ball. She's been so effective on the bottom half of the zone and locating really well.
Looked ahead in counts often today. She's ahead of Claire Cahalan here, 0-1. Nuismer, a senior. This is it for her career at Omaha. She is not going to go down without a fight and without one of the best performances of her career, given the opponent and the circumstances. We've talked so much about Cameron Meyer this weekend, and rightfully so. She's been one of the most electric pitchers in the entire country. But Sydney Nuismer has stepped up beyond anybody's imagination in this game. She's done it before.
Yeah, Sydney Nuismer does have some big game experience with Omaha.
1-2 count to Claire Cahalan to try to send us to the final frame, scoreless. One-two, slapped up the middle, base hit, just the second one of the day for Missouri. Nice piece of hitting from Claire Cahalan, and Jenna Laird will get an opportunity.
Claire Cahalan with the power slap. Getting it past the glove of Maggie O'Brien.
Second hit of the weekend for Cahalan. Some speed on the base paths now for the Tigers. Jenna Laird, first pitch, outside, ball one. Laird hit an absolute blast.
Yeah, last night, her first home run of the season. She hit quite a few home runs her freshman and sophomore year, but then kind of switched to singles and doubles as of lately.
Off the end of the bat, again, it's O'Brien on the run, safe at first. Laird turned on the Jets and keeps the Missouri inning alive. The table set.
Off the end of the bat of Jenna Laird, not really strong enough of a hit. Maggie O'Brien tries to get rid of it quickly and put some gusto, but Jenna Laird legs it out for the infield single.
And here's Alex Honnold, a two-run home run to give Missouri the lead last game and force this decisive game two. Second team All-American last year, a career year, and has followed that up with another outstanding year, leading this Tigers offense. 1-0. Watches that outside, 2-0.
Alex Honnold has been a staple for the Missouri offense all year long. She leads the SEC in doubles. Coach Mike Hurd wants to talk about it a little bit. I think this is a smart decision as you get late in the game.
2-0 count. Nuismer has not had much trouble. Quick word here, 2-0 with 2 on and 2 out, and here's what she did, Monica.
Yeah, the big home run from Alex Honnold to secure the game one final, the game one win, and take us into this game 7 championship, winner take all. I imagine Coach Mike Hurd is definitely telling them to be careful with Alex Honnold. After Alex is Maddie Gallagher. She's had some success this weekend, but not near the success of Alex Honnold.
No one is calmer either than Alex Honnold, especially when you hit a 2-run go-ahead home run to keep your season alive. 2-0 pitch from Nuismer. Outside corner, strike one.
It's a good pitch by Nuismer. Outside corner, keeps the ball real low. Trying to make sure she doesn't give her anything up in the zone.
2-1. Honnold ground ball right side. This could do it, and it does. Nuismer steps up big time to retire Alex Honnold and strand 2 Missouri Tigers.
Wow, what a big execution for Sydney Nuismer. The 10th ground ball for her.
18 strikeouts here in the regionals. Nuismer looks on, hoping to get some support here from her offense. Swings through that pitch from Krings. It's an 0-2 count.
Yeah.
Remember in the first game, Omaha took the lead in that final in the bottom of the 6th, going to the 7th, thought they had it. And that's when Mizzou struck back.
Yeah, Lauren Krings with back-to-back changeups here. 3 in a row now.
1-2. Alex Olson is 0 for 2. Omaha and Missouri both with just 3 hits. Hard hit ball to the right side, and this is actually Rylan Ewalt at the plate, a junior from Lincoln, Nebraska. Her 3rd season at Omaha. Looking for her first hit since March 11th. Down in the count 1-2. Fighting off pitches right now, making solid contact both directions here.
Coming off the bench, you got to make every pitch count. That pinch hitter role is not an easy one. Not knowing when your name will be called.
1-2. Fouled straight back. We've seen so many big moments by pinch hitters and regionals in the Women's College World Series.
It's definitely a specialty in this sport that probably doesn't get talked about enough, but for a pinch hitter to come in and be on time, that means that they're taking those mental swings. They're trying to time up those hitters when they're in the dugout. They're listening to everyone's information on what pitches they've seen, which pitches they wanted to hit. They're trying to not only stay in it mentally, but also be ready to go if and when their name is called.
2-2. Swings through it. Krings again for number 10.
And the changeup does it again. Lauren Krings with the changeup, dropping off the table, nice and low, and the big fist pump from Lauren Krings, 10th strikeout of the game.
Ties a season high for Lauren Krings. Her career high is 17. 1 away. First pitch to Sydney Ross is in there for strike 1.
And another changeup.
She is just in an absolute groove.
Yeah, 7 of 10 of these strikeouts have come swinging by Omaha batters.
The 4 Mavericks have reached. 2 of them were back in the 5th inning. Somewhat of a missed opportunity for Omaha in that inning. Now an 0-2 count to Sydney Ross. Krings looking for back-to-back. Fought off into the netting. Ross 0 for 2, both of them in the air. A pop out to second base and a fly out to right field. Another 0-2 delivery. Hard hit at the shortstop. Laird on the move. Safe at first.
I think that might have snuck up on Jenna Laird a little bit. The surprise that she didn't get Sydney Ross, but Sydney Ross hustles down the line. Not an extremely hard hit ground ball. Jenna Laird's playing back. She takes her time to make the throw, but Sydney Ross legging it out, pumping those arms as hard as she can.
That's your catcher right there. All the miles on those legs this weekend behind the plate in the 85, 90 degree heat.
Still finding a way to pump, to get those legs going down the first base line. That's not easy.
Ross on first base for Ava Rongish. She has lifted them to their other 2 wins this weekend. A 2-run home run and a single into right field that have both been game winners. An opportunity to do it for the 3rd time, a historic season for the Omaha Mavericks. 40+ wins for the first time as a Division I program. Their first ever appearance in a regional final.
Yeah, 2 program making wins this weekend, looking for a third versus Missouri. Under just the third season with head coach Mike Hurd.
Summit League Coach of the Year. Rongish down 0-2. Krings outside.
It's a good eye by Ava Rongish.
There's Adrian Dow, their vice chancellor and athletic director at Omaha, looking on.
Coming down to support the Omaha softball team.
Rongish swings through it. 11 strikeouts for Lauren Krings.
She goes back to that changeup once again. When she's in trouble, when she needs a strike, the changeup is where it's going to be at.
Season high 11 in the biggest game of the season for Missouri.
Lauren Krings rising under pressure here.
Ball one to J.L. Johnson. First baseman Johnson looking for something special. It's that one toward her head coach in foul territory. 1-1, that was pitch number 100 for Krings in this game. Almost 70% of the pitches are strikes, 336 on the weekend for Lauren Krings.
Yeah, a lot of hitters are being aggressive against Lauren Krings. A lot of first pitch swings, or if they're taking first pitch, they're swinging second. Lauren Krings continues to pump strikes in there.
The crowd behind her, 1-2, outside. Throw down, not in time. Two-two pitch now for Lauren Krings. Looking for strikeout number 12, won't get it here.
Sydney Ross going on the pitch.
Krings has struck out 8 different batters for Omaha. 2-2. Got another one, 12 for Lauren Krings. Missouri has a chance to walk it off to supers. Gallagher, Hay, Crenshaw, can they do it?
Using a changeup, a curve, a backdoor curve, and a little bit of a two-seam drop.
Starts off Maddie Gallagher with strike one. One pitch to Gallagher, swinging into right field and diving,
wow.
Catch it right by Thomason. Stayed with it and makes an incredible play.
Incredible play by Thomason. The line drive to right field, but the forward dive, one of the hardest plays in the outfield, but she comes through for Omaha's defense.
And now Abby Hay, the freshman, 0 for 2 in this game, but has had a great weekend. Swinging first pitch off the end of the bat. Kramer coming in, she slides to make the catch.
Mara Kramer, she's everywhere. She's catching balls at the wall. She's throwing people out. She's covering a ton of ground in the outfield for Omaha, but look at her, a long run forward. The feet forward sliding catch, and Sydney Nuismer loves it.
66 pitches for Sydney Nuismer, 3 pitches to get 2 outs here in the 7th. Has to get past Crenshaw to force extras, and a great spot there to lead her off with a strike. A junior catcher from O'Fallon, Missouri. Missouri Gatorade Softball Player of the Year back in 2021. 0-1 pitch. Swings through it, strike two. The first meeting between these two took 9 innings to decide. Omaha won 3-1 in the 9th. Are we going to extras in Columbia? Outside, ball one. Only a few tickets remain to the Super Regionals next weekend. Pitch number 70 for Nuismer coming. Foul ball. Asked Mike Hurd what was the plan. You know, Sydney Nuismer's been so good, but what was the plan? He said we didn't have a plan other than to throw Sydney Nuismer, and then, well, it's pretty easy when she throws like this.
Yeah, he said that she does have some big games like we talked about in the Summit League tournament. She has come up big for them.
O'Brien on the run. Another 0 for Nuismer. She's gone 7 strong and held the Tigers scoreless, and we need extras to decide this regional. 8-9-1, Aiden Kramer-Tucker coming up for the Mavericks. Just 7 combined in this game. Omaha actually has 1 more. Olivia Aiden singled her first time at the plate against Krings as that catches the outside corner.
This backdoor curve.
Oh, 0-1 pitch to Aiden, who has just 3 extra base hits on the season. That's up and away for ball one. And Beatrice, Nebraska, a senior.
There's a lot of seniors on the Omaha lineup. 8 seniors. They have done a tremendous job during their career.
Fools Aiden for strike 2.
Before they got many of the seniors became freshmen, Omaha just had 4 wins on the season. So this senior class for Omaha has turned the program around.
Strikeout number 13 for Lauren Krings.
Curveball from Lauren Krings, but wow, she is late on that pitch.
Changeup maybe living in the back of these Omaha hitters' minds right now as Mara Kramer steps up.
Yeah.
0 for 1 with a walk.
It absolutely is. They've all seen the changeup at least one time in their at-bat. They're constantly thinking about it, trying to pick a speed which to hit. That is not easy to do, folks. And that's why Lauren Krings has 10 of 13 hitters striking out swinging.
It's fouled straight back. A 1-1 count here for Kramer. There's the Omaha dugout. Nuismer there in the bottom right of your screen, just off the picture, trying to stay in the shade. Pitch count certainly not a factor for Nuismer. That's fouled up and out of play into the stands. Kramer hoping to give the top of the Omaha lineup something to work with, and maybe give a run to Nuismer going to the bottom of the 8th. This is the top offense in the Summit League, led in average, second in runs, first in on base percentage, stolen bases. Hit hard to the right side, Abby Hay. reaches over. 2 outs.
Nice pieces of hitting by Mara Kramer, but Abby Hay keeping her glove low into this stretch to secure the out.
4 straight starts for Lauren Krings over the last couple days in this regional, yesterday and today. This is pitch number 350 for her, and it's a strike on the outside corner. Top of the order, Lindsay Tucker, 1 for 3 this afternoon. Sits on that one, slow roller. It's gonna be a tough play. Tucker kind of jogging it out and can't reach, and maybe a little bit hobbled after a long weekend there. She heads back to the dugout. It's 1, 2, 3 for Krings. She's retired 5 straight, and again, a chance for Missouri. Been a long weekend for all of these players, and you see she just kind of pulled up, maybe felt something. Pinch hitter, it's Madison Walker, the freshman from Olathe, who had a base hit with 1 out last game to give Alex Honnold someone to work with on the base paths before Honnold hit that 2-run home run. This time, nothing doing for Walker as she pops out, and there's 1 out.
Yeah, 1 pitch, 1 out for Sydney Nuismer.
Tucker makes the catch, and we saw her just hobbled down the baseline, but staying in this game on defense means so much to this team on both sides of the ball. This is it for Lindsay Tucker, a grad student from Lincoln, Nebraska, the Summit League Defensive Player of the Year. Doesn't want to watch what could potentially be the final outs of her career from the dugout. But already 1 out. Now Kara Daly, she's 0 for 2 off Nuismer today, 1-0 count. It's this hard into center field, and Kramer goes over, leaping to make the catch for out number 2.
And there's Mara Kramer patrolling the outfield in the no-fly zone. Good piece of hitting here. But Mara Kramer dealing with the line drive to center field, having to have a little bit of a jump to make sure she secured it. But again, getting the big out for Omaha.
Kaylee Langer is 0 for 2. Still just 3 hits from Missouri, and Langer, you can hear that up in the booth, hit her. She's aboard as we get down to the 9-hole. Claire Cahalan. First time she's been hit by a pitch this year. Ooh. No, thank you.
It was right in the shin. Missed the Evo shield. Not much she could do there to get out of the way.
Cahalan had a base hit and was stranded on second base her last trip to the plate in the 6th inning. Slaps this one foul to fall behind 0-1. Claire Cahalan, a freshman from Columbus, Georgia, has roamed left field for Missouri all weekend long. 5 school records at Northside High School, including batting average, which was .525 for her career there. One count for Nuismer. Too high. She's been trying to stay out of the heat when she goes into the dugout in the corner. There's a little bit of shade in there. It has certainly been a factor today on fatigue.
Yeah, the Omaha defense setting up for this slapper.
Outside, ball 3. The crowd was mad because the pitch clock had hit 0, I believe, before Nuismer threw that. This crowd is antsy. I know Cahalan's in a good hitter's count with Jenna Laird waiting on deck. The face paint's got to be a little bit warm on a day like this, but props to that fan in the crowd. 3-1 to Cahalan. Slaps it foul, full count. The winning run on first base is Kaylee Langer. Freshman at the plate, sophomore on first. Three-two. Left side, bounces up awkwardly, and there's 2 aboard for the Tigers. O'Brien couldn't quite handle it.
Hard hit ground ball. Maggie O'Brien drops to a knee here to secure it, but it does jump up on her on the heel of the glove. Not able to make a play on Cahalan.
There's a conversation now. Mike Hurd coming out of that dugout to talk to Nuismer and his infield. She has been exceptional so far. The defense has been outstanding all weekend. What are you telling your pitcher and your infield right now?
I think just remember there's 2 outs here. Defense can play back a little bit. Sure, the outfield will be in a no doubles situation. I think giving them a little bit of time to breathe, pump some confidence back into them. They've been playing a great game defensively so far. Mike Hurd has told us that they've been preaching defense from day one.
One of the best defensive teams in the country. Jenna Laird steps up with a chance to win it for Missouri. Watches strike 1 on the outside corner. Laird's 2 for 3 today, 7 for 16 with a double and a home run in this regional. John Hand behind the plate calls time. Nuismer steps off and adjusts her face mask in the circle. Now we're ready. 0-1 to Laird. Swinging in the air toward Kramer, who goes back and makes the catch. 8 just won't do for these 2. 5 straight retired for Krings. 3 of those strikeouts. She has 13 on the day. Her career high is 17. First pitch swinging, blooped left side. Laird runs over and grabs it. 1 out as they retire Maggie O'Brien. It's exactly how Lauren Krings wanted to start this inning. An easy pop-up to her shortstop for the first out.
1 pitch, 1 out.
Now Thomason, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout back in the first. She's popped out twice. Watches the ball outside.
She does have good pop in her bat. She had the big home run in game 1 versus Sierra Harrison. Has been a little quiet since then. Still trying to figure out Lauren Krings.
It's outside ball 2. Away from Thomason, and remember she made that Incredible catch in right field earlier to rob a base hit from the Tigers, and now ahead 2-0 in the count to Krings. Big swing at that, and that's into the stands. Missouri hosted in 2022 and lost in the regional final to Arizona in game 1. They had to come through the elimination bracket that year as well. They're looking for redemption here in 2024. They advanced to Supers in 2021 when they hosted Odyssey Alexander and James Madison. Swings through it, strike 2. Tigers looking for their first Women's College World Series appearance since 2011.
Again, the changeup for Lauren Krings coming up so clutch for her. She's been getting tons of swings and misses on the changeup. Little overthrow there on the curveball.
It's a 3-2 count. Nobody on for Thomason, one away. Sits on it that time and fouls it off.
Yeah, fouling off the changeup. It's a good job by Thomason. Trying to waste the changeup so she can get something a little bit harder, something that she knows she can drive. Krings has been known to throw changeups back to back.
Another 3-2, swing and a miss, Krings, number 14.
Doing it this time with the rise ball.
These two just can't get it done in less than 9 innings, it seems. 2 of the 3 games they've played have taken at least 9, as we see the result from Friday night, Omaha winning 3-1, and Ava Rongish game-winning 2-run shot in the top of the 9th. First pitch strike to Alex Olson. Excuse me, Ryan Ewalt still out there. Ryland struck out as the 10th victim of the game for Krings earlier. Ewalt watches that one outside. From Lincoln, Nebraska, went to Boise State but never played there. This is her 3rd season at Omaha. 1-1. Change up, my goodness.
That was pretty, wasn't it? Such a pretty pitch. Lauren Krings gets her front side down, but the finesse with the follow through.
Ewalt fights that one off. Still 1-2. Tara Daly over at third base. Been a busy weekend for her defensively. Lauren Krings, 4 straight starts for the Missouri Tigers. It will take 4 straight wins to get them to Supers. Swing and a miss! Strikeout number 15 for the senior Krings. She is hearing about it from this crowd right now.
Yeah, Lauren Krings coming out so strong today. Strikeout number 1 on the rise ball. Day in and day out, 4 starts, 5 starts today.
Alex Honnold will lead things off. Upstairs, ball 1 from Sydney Nuismer.
This is just the 5th extra inning game for Mizzou. The 2nd one versus Omaha.
For Sydney Nuismer, 1 win shy of a career best. She improved her ERA by over 1.5 runs from last year. It's been the best season of her career, and it comes in her senior year, 2nd team All-Summit League. state champion at Elkhorn High School. That pitch just misses to Honnold, and now she's behind 3-0. Alex Honnold as calm and cool as they come. 3-0 pitch from Nuismer. Ball 4, 4-pitch walk to start off the ninth for Missouri. Marissa Anderson wants to talk about things here. What's the game plan? You got Maddie Gallagher at the plate, Abby Hay on deck. What do you think we're going to see here?
I wouldn't be surprised if we see Maddie Gallagher try to move the runner, whether that's a sacrifice bunt, a sneaky bunt, a hit, maybe even potentially a hit and run, depending on the count in the first 2 pitches in this at bat. Right now, the Missouri offense hasn't figured out Sydney Nuismer.
There's 3 total hits in the game off Nuismer, but Honnold is on first with nobody out, and it's the 3-hole and senior Maddie Gallagher. Laird and Honnold had their moment last game. Is it Gallagher's turn? Shows bunt and pulls back for ball 1. This is the 5th extra inning game of the season for Omaha. They are 3-1 in those games. One of those wins came the other night over Missouri. It was the first loss in extras for the Tigers of the season. Gallagher shaking her head there as the count is even at 1-1. '90th pitch coming from Nuismer. Bunt spins foul. And now 2 strikes on Gallagher.
Gallagher has to find a way to advance Honnold at first base.
.310 with runners on base this season is Maddie Gallagher. That's a little bit higher than her season average. 1-2 pitch. Fouls it off. What are you thinking as a pitcher here after you do have a batter at the plate trying to sacrifice bunt unsuccessfully and you're able to get ahead?
Well, you're happy that you get ahead, but in this situation deep in the game, she's still trying to advance the runner. So you're trying to kind of roll her into a double play. That would be the ultimate outcome for Omaha. You also have to be cautious with someone like Gallagher that might try to throw down a sneaky bunt and still try to attempt a bunt again, just because of how important it is, how important that runner on first base is in extra innings.
Two from Nuismer. Outside, ball 3.
Just being a little too careful here. Sydney Nuismer needs to stay aggressive, continue to do what she's been doing well on that lower half of the zone.
Saw the deep breath from Nuismer. Big pitch here, full count. Gallagher swinging, and it does roll foul. Well, that would have worked pretty well as a sacrifice if it would have stayed fair. Eighth pitch of the at-bat is up next. Only pitch number 95 through 8+ innings for Sydney Nuismer. The story all weekend for them has been Cameron Meyer. Meyer started game 1 and took the loss, so Nuismer comes in and absolutely deals, and she gets Gallagher swinging for just her 2nd strikeout of the game.
Well, and what a big strikeout it is. Maddie Gallagher not able to advance Alex Honnold on the leadoff walk. That is a big out for Sydney Nuismer and the Omaha defense.
And now Abby Hay, again, another opportunity to potentially win it for Missouri. Hard hit ball underneath the glove of O'Brien at shortstop. Hay didn't waste any time as she has a one-out base hit and there's 2 on.
Good piece of hitting by Abby Hay. Ready for the first pitch. Sends it back where it came from. Good dive by Maggie O'Brien, but just gets under her for the base hit up the middle.
Mike Hurd sneaks out of the dugout for a moment. Let's see if they're going to make a change here. There also will be a pinch runner for Missouri as Abby Hay gives some wise words to Julia Crenshaw briefly. The runner for the Tigers is Addie Kohler. As Abby Hay hears it from the crowd. So I don't think they did make a change. Kohler running at first, Honnold at second. Mike Hurd back into the dugout watching, 1 out. Julia Crenshaw 0 for 3 at the plate today. Watches strike 1.
It's a good pitch by Sydney Nuismer. She's been very aggressive early in the count. Missouri has had 17 first pitch swings. Abby Hay was the only hit on that first pitch swing.
Crenshaw drove in.
That was a nice pitch. Sorry, excuse me.
No, you're good. Crenshaw drove in runs 4 and 5
Really
last
good
game.
pitch by Sydney Nuismer here. Whew, I think that I would have liked to see that called a strike. Really gets in there on that inside corner.
Nuismer might agree with you. 1-1 is fouled back.
Julia Crenshaw right into the face mask of Sydney Ross. Julia Crenshaw could be on time. It's a good sign for Julia Crenshaw that she is timed up Sydney Nuismer.
Down in the count, 1-2. Nuismer outside, slow roller right side. Got to be quick at first, and they are. Honnold holds up at third, and there's 2 outs. Both runners in scoring position. Only one that matters is Honnold. 60 feet from a super regional at third base. Mike Hurd and Cameron Meyer in the dugout looking on. Sydney Nuismer just over the century mark of pitches. Bottom of the 9th, 2 outs, 2 on. Strike 1 on the outside corner to Madison Walker again. Freshman with a huge chance.
It's been a big separation in classes on the Missouri team.
Swings through it, strike 2.
5 freshmen, 5 seniors. Having a good dynamic throughout the season. Freshmen pushing the seniors to be better. Seniors teaching the freshmen more about the game.
It's a senior Nuismer in the circle. The 0-2 hit back up the middle. That'll do it! Madison Walker! Have a day! Missouri is going to Super Regionals!
Just a valiant effort by Omaha. So much to be proud of. 2 program-defining wins versus Missouri in Game 1 and Washington in Game 2. 8 seniors, so much to be proud of. But Madison Walker coming through for Missouri in this extra innings wins.
A lot of seniors that have built that Omaha program into what will almost certainly be a power in the Summit League for years to come. Their careers come to an end, and it is all smiles and celebration on the Missouri side. What a moment for Madison Walker as she hugs Jeff Cottrell, their hitting coach, and Larissa Anderson. Our Capital One rewarding performance. Incredible from the freshman. She had a big base hit in game 1, too. So close, Maggie O'Brien, to scooping that up.